Kon-Juwun, FlaVR's prettiest, juiciest, and manliest fanboy VTuber, Juwun Sugarbloom, at your service. And I hate ℎ𝕒𝕗. And that's what makes this episode of Femboy Raw Review so painful. He's in it. Bad blood made my blood go bad. But all in all, I love this show. It broke me. It made me whole. There were lots of ups and downs. It kind of beat me down and then raised me up. It was a bit of a roller coaster ride of ups and downs. And I streamed my live reaction to it if you're interested in seeing that. Now, I know this video is entitled Raw Review, but I can't watch Raw anymore. And I'm not gonna pay for any live services when the only TV shows I watch are WWE, which happens to fall on a time slot where I'm usually working, so unless I go, Jack Sparrow mode. I'm limiting my review to reviewing premium live events, unfortunately. So, this episode of Raw is about bad blood. But Juwun, aren't you almost a week late? Yes, I am. And why are you surprised? Anyway, all in all, I love the show. Like I said earlier, it broke me down, it beat me up, but it was fun. So the first match of the night was the one that completely broke me. Well, I can do that. Look, break. I knew going in that Drew was gonna lose. I mean, that was the most predictable outcome of this feud. I knew that ℎ𝕒𝕗 was gonna win. He was the quote-unquote good guy. For some reason, in this feud, what I didn't know is how bad it was gonna make me feel. This was my guy, Drew McIntyre. I'm a casual, a normie. So when I got into wrestling during the pandemic, Drew was my champion. I like the guy. He beat Brock Lesnar, like the most realistically scary dude in the WWE, which is why it makes it so painful to see him lose to ℎ𝕒𝕗, the least realistically scary guy in all of WWE. Brock and ℎ𝕒𝕗 both went to the UFC after all. And while Brock demolished, ℎ𝕒𝕗 was demolished. After getting that beating he had at the UFC, ℎ𝕒𝕗 went to join a local BJJ competition and placed third. Can I get that up? Can I get a 3? 3, please? That's not 3. There, that's a 3. That's a 3. And he placed third in a weight class with only 3 people. He basically won a participation trophy. For crying out loud. ℎ𝕒𝕗 has done nothing. What? Why is that my middle finger? ℎ𝕒𝕗 has done nothing for the WWE during his absence. But during that time, Drew was let go, built himself back up from the bottom, and became champion during the pandemic in front of nobody. So when he won the heavyweight championship from Seth Rollins at WrestleMania and was screwed out of it by ℎ𝕒𝕗, ooh yeah, my jimmies were rustled. And when he screwed Drew out of it again at the Clash in the Castle, his hometown, by the way, my ammons were 100% activated. I hate ℎ𝕒𝕗 with a passion that can fuel a cold fusion reactor. ℎ𝕒𝕗 sucks. All that he's got going for him is nostalgia. He's not a good guy. But I predicted this. I suspected he was retirement baiting, and this probably was the way for him to go out. Probably. At the time of recording, I haven't watched the Raw after yet, so I don't know what direction this is going, but I'm guessing it's going that route. ℎ𝕒𝕗 is a fragile, easily broken man, and I gotta give him credit. Credit where credit's due, I guess. He did look so much more broken than Drew after that match. However, Removing all my subjective dislikes for the results of that match, the match itself was a banger. It was great. It was very good. One of the bloodiest match, at least I can remember, in a while in WWE, and full of references that call back to past moments in this feud. Drew McIntyre, as usual, excellent performer, my guy. I have to give the match a good 9 bananas. It was a very good match. Though, at the moment, it felt like I was getting kicked in the banana. Thankfully, the next match was a lot of fun. I've been missing out on SmackDown for the past couple weeks, months even maybe, because Hulu! Why? Why did you remove SmackDown from Hulu? Nia Jax is one of my favorite female superstars right now, and her storyline with Tiffany Stratton was one that I was really following before Hulu took everything away from me. This match with Bayley was great. Bayley was great. She tried to powerbomb Nia Jax. You have to imagine this if you didn't see it. Nia Jax is a very, very big woman. That was wild. She wasn't able to pull it off, naturally. But it looked great. The attempt itself looked very good. Close to the end there, it looked like Tiffany was gonna cash in on Nia and steal her title again while she was sort of knocked out. I believe she was rose planted. It basically looked like Tiffany was gonna betray her again for like the 100th time. But in my opinion, Tiffany looked very torn. Story-wise, I think she does care for Nia. This is just my opinion. And I haven't watched SmackDown in a while. I don't think she was gonna cash in, but it looked like she was. And Nia Jax was convinced that she was. Fortunately for Nia, this whole situation also confuddled. That's a word, right? Confuddled. It confuddled Bayley, and Nia was able to grapple her all the way to the top of the turnbuckle there and perform an avalanche Samoan drop. Very cool. Bayley looked like she was finished, but Nia had to top it all off with her Annihilator. Best female finishing move ever. Nia retains, but it also looks like her relationship with Tiffany has now been soured. I would watch SmackDown if only Hulu didn't take it away from me. But I digress. 9 bananas for the ladies. I don't know why people say Nia is not a good performer. Her matches have always been fun for me, at least. Moving on. Finn Balor versus Damian Priest. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. I wasn't really feeling the storyline. The feud wasn't very interesting to me. Finn thinks that Damian Priest screwed him. I wasn't watching WWE at the time when this all happened last year, so I don't really care about it too much. Damian Priest won this, even after interference from the Judgment Day. People, for some reason, were expecting Jey Uso to come out and save him, but no! Damian Priest is a big, powerful monster guy who can take out all of the Judgment Day. Easy peasy, and he does exactly that. I don't remember being it bad, so I'll give it an okay score of 6 bananas. I don't know, maybe if Damian Priest was more interesting, more intimidating, if he talked less, maybe, I don't know, he'd be a more believable, scary guy. But I'm just not feeling him right now. But the Judgment Day looking extremely weak after this. Single-handedly taken down by bisexual Taker. Or Bondage Taker. Was it Bondage Taker? I don't know. But either way, not a good look. Especially when you're the tag team champions. The next we have a Gunter segment. And at the start of this live event, they show that Bill Goldberg was in the audience. Now, if you can recall the first episode of Femboy Raw Review, I called Gunter's Bill Goldberg promo Comedy Gold. So I was 100% expecting a confrontation, and there was. But before Goldberg and Gunter could clash, Sami Zayn pops in out of nowhere. And the rest is history. Not a fight, just a segment. Funny how the Sami Zayn segments have to be carried by an older talent. You know, you had Bret Hart, now you have Bill Goldberg, but not exactly Sami Zayn himself. But okay, as of this filming, The Sammy versus Gunter feud should already be over, I think. Hopefully, Gunter won, but I can't watch Raw because Hulu took it away from me. No spoilers, please. Then, we have the Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley fight. This was hype. Getting to see Dom Mysterio caged in a Shark Tank was very interesting, to say the least. Dominic is probably the most hated heel in the WWE right now. They won't let the man, or I guess because he's regressed since hooking up with Liv, the boy, they won't even let the boy speak. He has like nuclear levels of heat, and everyone was excited about caging him up. Fitting, since how Liv won the championship was by Dawn interrupting her cage match with Becky Lynch. The fight was great. As expected, Rhea dominated Liv Morgan for the majority of the match, but Liv is smart and a squirmy fighter, able to sneak in a move or two. But inevitably, Rhea gets her hands on Liv and is about to win when all of a sudden, Dominic breaks out of the cage in order to save Liv. This is actually quite insane because, remember, he's supposed to be a bad guy. This whole time, he was in the cage and he was really selling it. He looked terrified. But he was willing to risk falling off that cage to save Liv. This is beautiful storytelling. In the words of Wade Barrett,
"True love cannot be contained within a cage." Disgusting.
I mean, he predicted it. So this distracts Rhea, and she leaves the ring to deal with Dom. Ref, for some reason, doesn't count her out, so she picks up a kendo stick. And one thing I forgot to mention, Dominic is hanging from the cage by his leg, so he's pretty much a piñata. And Rhea Ripley picks up a kendo stick and goes out. Goes out on Dom, for Dom. But before she's able to spill Dom's guts, or I guess candies, Raquel comes out of nowhere, hits her with a finisher, and so the match, it stopped. DQ. And Liv and Dom leave with Raquel. Looks like the Rhea Ripley and the Liv Morgan feud is over? Maybe? I don't know. A little anticlimactic if you were to ask me, but overall, still a fun match. 7! Yay, I got 7! 7 bananas for the ladies and Dom. Now to the main event. The main event was definitely something else. Definitely a 10 banana match, and it deserves a video on its own. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Overall, the event exceeded my expectations. I give it a 9 bananas. Started at a low for me, with CM Punk beating Drew, but it ended up with extreme high, which I will get to in a little bit. And if you want to see why that was extremely high for me, then watch the next video. But that is it for this one. ℕ𝕒𝕟𝕟𝕟 ℙ𝕒𝕟 ℙ𝕒𝕟